Hello, and welcome everyone. Dear IEEE members, we have the pleasure to welcome you to the second episode of IEEE Region 8 SAC podcast. We have with you Sahar Youssef, IEEE Region 8 SAC member. I will be hosting this podcast, and I hope you will enjoy it. So, this podcast aims to spotlight outstanding IEEE members, engineers, and innovators within Region 8. The podcast features inspiring stories of award winning professionals, leaders of groundbreaking projects, and successful entrepreneurs. By sharing their journey, challenges, and achievements, the podcast serves as a valuable resource for aspiring engineers and IEEE members, motivating them to excel in their careers and contribute in the engineering community. So, for our second episode of IEEE Region 8 SAC podcast, we choose to focus on IEEE Extreme. Few days, few days later, IEEE Extreme will begin. So, in this episode, we dive into one of the most exciting global programming competition, Extreme. We'll explore how the competition fosters collaboration, technical skills, and innovation, as well as tips for successful and for success and how participants can leverage their experience for career growth. Whether you're a past participant, mentor, or considering joining IEEE Extreme, this episode is for you. We are honored to be in the presence of our distinguished guest, Madam Jihen Chouaib. Jihen has been an active IEEE volunteer for 4 years and has participated in various initiatives such as IEEE Extreme, CSSYP Micro-Mentoring, and Region 8 CSSYP. Specifically with IEEE Extreme, she has had multiple roles over the years, including Student Branch Ambassador, Tunisia Section Lead, Region 8 Lead, Strategy and Proctor Program Team member, and is currently serving as Ambassador Program Co-Lead, as well as Strategy and Proctor Program Lead. Jihan, it's our pleasure to host you today.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sahar, for the invite. This was a super great initiative, part of the R8 SAC. So glad to be here. Thank you very much.
So, you're welcome. It's our pleasure. So, first of all, we want to begin with some introduction about Extreme. For those who may not be familiar, can you just give us an overview of what is exactly Extreme and why it has become such an essential event for IEEE student members globally, especially those who are specialized in computer science and software engineering?
Okay, so IEEE Extreme is a global challenge in which teams of IEEE student and graduate student members compete in 24-hour time span against each other to solve a set of programming problems. About what made IEEE Extreme such an essential event for IEEE student members globally, I think that comes down to multiple reasons, but the three main ones for me at least are offering practical application opportunity of theoretical knowledge, because in universities we have all of these classes, but we don't get that much opportunity to practice those theoretical concepts. So IEEE Extreme offers this huge opportunity for students to do so. Another thing, it's diversity and inclusiveness, because the competition offers problem sets of varying difficulty levels. So we have easy, medium, hard. So there's a problem set pretty much for everyone. And also, it doesn't matter which field of specialty you belong to. So you could be studying pretty much anything as long as you are interested and passionate about problem solving and competitive programming. And the last thing I would say would probably be testing or testing the problem solving skills against those of others from all around the world. So this allows you to have a perspective on where you sit and what things you can improve.
Yeah, that's true. You just said some benefits and advantages of participating in IEEE Extreme, but right now I want to focus more. Can you tell us more benefits do participants typically gain for competing in IEEE Extreme? Like, can you highlight its role in fostering teamwork, innovation, and especially technical growth?
Participants will gain both like soft skills and technical skills as well. So on the technical side of things, they will be able to practice their program solving skills. They will be able to expand their coding skills as well, because preparing for the competition as well as during the competition, they will be faced with certain challenges that they may not know about. So they need to do some research and to be able to surpass those challenges. So on a technical side, it really helps students grow technically, and also on a soft level skill set, it will help them because they will be expanding their teamwork skills, time management skills, stress management skills as well.
Oh, that's great. So, right now we are going to be in the most exciting question that everyone is waiting for. So, the awards and the recognition. Could you explain the range of awards and recognition that winners receive, both internationally and within Tunisia, as a lot of students from Tunisia are watching us right now? So, how do these awards motivate participants?
Okay, so on an international level, the first place winner is going to, or the first place team is going to get an expense paid trip to an IEEE conference of their choice anywhere around the world. So the maximum
Great.
value of that prize, yeah, super great. So the maximum value of that prize is 10,000 US dollars per team. Second place is a cash award of 400 US dollars per member. Third place is 300 US dollars per member as well. And fourth place to 10th place, they get merchandise bundle, special software gifts, and the top 100 will get gift bundles. So the gift bundle will change from year to year, but it's a pretty interesting gift bundle. And also the participants in general will get a certificate. So to be able to get a certificate, obviously you need to try to solve problem sets, and you need to at least get 1 point. So based on the test cases that were accepted, you get a certain percentage, and if you get at least 1 point, you'll be able to get a participation certificate. So this is on an international level. So you asked about Tunisia. So there are many
Yes.
sections in Region 8 and even student branches that provide prizes for the top teams in their section or student branch, which is super great initiative from their part. One in particular that we can mention is Tunisia. So this year they're offering really great prizes. So for the top Tunisian teams, they will get
Yes. I think you had an internet connection issue, Jihan. This is the live, so Jihan, 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 are you hearing me?
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you right now. I think you had an internet connection issue. Jihan,
Hello. Can you hear me?
hello. Yeah, I hear you, Jihan, right now.
Okay, I apologize. I had some internet connection issues. Okay, as I was
It's
saying,
okay.
so the Tunisia section is offering really great prizes for the top Tunisia section teams. So the Tunisian teams
Yeah,
that are in the top 10, they get 10,000 Tunisian dinars, which equates to 3,200
$3,000.
US. Yeah, exactly. So I believe that's per team. And so each member will probably get about 1,000 US dollars, something like that, which is even a lot
Yeah,
more than the
great.
second place prize internationally. So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
um,
That's
also,
amazing.
yeah, very amazing. Also, the teams that rank between 11th and 20th, they're going to get 3,000 Tunisian dinars, which is about 970 US dollars per team, I believe. So
Okay,
that's
that's great. It's very encouraging them to participate in IEEE Extreme. Jihan, I think your internet connection right now is not very good. Jihan? Okay, I think Jihan right now she has some technical issue. So we are just waiting for her to join us. We are so sorry. This is the conditions of life. So as she was saying about IEEE Extreme winners, how the awards that they're getting, they're extremely amazing. After that, we will explore more about her personal journey, also about some IEEE Extreme ethics and ethical participation, especially using AI tools during IEEE Extreme. Okay, she joined us. Hello, Jihan. Hello again.
I apologize, really. Um, I think I was talking about
Good.
the
Yeah,
yeah.
you talked about the winners and the recognition and the awards. But currently, I just want to ask you a question about your personal experience. You've been involved with IEEE Extreme in many roles. So could you share your personal journey, how you got started, what roles you've played, and especially what the experience has meant to you?
Okay, so my journey with IEEE Extreme started way before I knew about IEEE Extreme. So as a first year student in university, I got into problem solving and competitive programming. So I was competing in international competitions virtually in Code Chef and Code Forces. And then when I joined IEEE, I heard about IEEE Extreme, so I decided to participate in it, and it was such a great experience. To the point where I wanted to be the following year, I wanted to volunteer as a student branch ambassador to help make a better event for the newcomers to my student branch. So yeah, I was then selected as a student branch ambassador and Tunisia section lead. So that year it was a very big learning curve because I knew about IEEE Extreme since I was a competitor, but there's quite a lot of things in the back end that I didn't know about. Luckily, I had great mentorship from the IEEE Extreme volunteering team, specifically from the Region 8 lead at the time. And IEEE Extreme is such a great environment for mentorship. It pretty much whenever you have something that you'd like to learn, you'll always find someone who's there to guide you and mentor you. Um, Also, the following year, I joined as a Region 8 lead and strategy and Proctor program team member. Um, that year, it was kind of an expansion of a goal. The first goal was to improve the student branch competition that we had, and then work on guiding the student branch ambassadors in my section to host the best possible event that they could have. And then it turned into how can we improve the competition in all of the Region 8 sections. Um, and
That's
yeah, so
great.
it kind of was it started with a passion for problem solving and competitive programming, and then it evolved into how can we inspire people to be into those things as well, into problem solving, competitive programming, and make sure that we're providing for them the best competitive environment possible to compete and to thrive as well.
So, to all the person who are listening to us right now, you are not just limited to be participants. You can be an organizer, an ambassador. You even could be in the global team who is organizing IEEE Extreme, which is something very, very amazing for your personal experience and for your technical experience as well. So right now I want to ask you a question which is very important for students who are gonna, not only students, for all the participants in IEEE Extreme. So what key skills should participant focus on building, both technical and soft skill, and especially like as the competition day approaches, what are some effective ways to practice and to prepare in just few days if there are someone who is interested in participate and it's only I think 4 days and or 6 days and the extreme will begin, what are the ways that he could practice and he could participate in an effective way?
Okay, so we have very few days left till the competition. What I would suggest to teams is that they would meet up every day for at least 1 hour. So each team has about 3 members in it. So I do recommend that they would meet up either virtually or physically to work together for at least 1 hour to practice solving problem sets together. What I recommend more is that they would go to there are multiple platforms out there. They can even use CS Academy, so they can go there, choose a past competition, and then they would click on simulate the competition. So it gives them this simulation environment of the competition, so they need to solve a set of problem sets under a certain time frame. This will allow them to also practice their time management skills and
Yeah, I think another technical issue. So if anyone who is listening to us right now, if you had question or we want to know something about IEEE Extreme, you can just put it in the chat and we can after ask Jihan about it. So if anyone wants to know something or has question in mind, you can just put it in the chat until Jihan join us again after all this technical issue. Jihan, okay, Jihan left us again. Uh, I think she will join. Sure that will. The most important part, I think, which is about using AI tools and ChatGPT. I want to ask Jihan about that after this question. Okay, she joined that again. Join Jihan. Hi again.
I apologize.
I hope
Um,
this time we will complete this podcast safely.
okay, so as I was saying, build like getting used to working together with a team is like a very critical skill to have in general, but also that needs to be set and worked on a couple of days before the competition. Otherwise, if you start working with team members whom you haven't competed with before and you don't have a teamwork strategy put in place, you might get run into some issues. So it's better to practice with the team members
Yeah,
and build a
yeah,
strategy for them.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So right now I want to ask you something which is very, very, very important in nowadays. which is about in today's digital age, tools like ChatGPT, like Gemini, code from other teams, or even there are some professionals who are helping teams. It's very easily accessible. So, how can participants ensure that they stay ethical during the competition? And what are the potential consequences of engaging in plagiarism or copying from others? It's a very important thing.
Yeah. So the rules of the competition state that teams aren't allowed to get any outside help from anyone, from other teams,
Yeah.
professors, professional members, proctors, anyone. They're not allowed to do that, but they are allowed to use online or offline resources if they need to. But they need to reference that in their code as comments, because
Okay.
we
Okay.
have a very sophisticated system that. Runs the code on the plagiarism program, and it can detect if you didn't. So if you didn't reference your code, you might fall into engaging in plagiarism. So that's the first thing about AI. About AI usage, well, AI in general is allowed. However, if now imagine if all the teams use AI, then they will be getting the same response from these different AI tools. Therefore, they will
True.
engage in plagiarism since they have the same code as other teams as well. So, what we advise is that
Okay.
they could use AI for debugging certain little problems and things like that to just find that one syntax error, things like that, but never to copy the full code because that's not going to be in their favor. And also the technical lead of the competition made sure to select and create problems that would be hard for the AI tools out there to be to solve. I know that AI is advancing over the years, but at the time being, I think there are also multiple papers that have been published. I believe even in IEEE journals about how students. There's one in particular that I saw. It's called something like how students are able to solve problem sets in a much better way than AI ever could. And it's based on a big research that was done. So maybe we can reference that in the comments or something once this video is
Yeah.
uploaded.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So, currently, I want to ask you how can IEEE Extreme experience benefit students' career? For example, how have past participants used their IEEE Extreme experience to stand out in the job market? Are there specific examples how this competition has opened doors to internships, jobs, or even networking opportunities?
Okay, so participating in IEEE Extreme or competitive programming competitions out there in general is a big leverage for everyone who's looking for internships and jobs. Reason being is because these big companies are looking for people who have problem solving skills. These skills are highly valuable um, and super important to have in a company. So like if you put in your resume that or on LinkedIn that you have ranked really high in IEEE Extreme or even in other competitive programming competitions, then you're more likely to be approached by companies. But then again, the top
Mm,
teams sometimes they are contacted by these big companies, so it's a
oh,
huge opportunity.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, by the way, is top companies nowadays have technical tests, and these technical tests look a little bit like the problem sets given in IEEE Extreme or other
Yeah.
competitions out there. So by participating in them, you're actually working on polishing your skills to be able to be ready for those technical interviews and internship interviews as well. So it goes both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, currently, I want to ask you what how do you see IEEE Extreme evolving in the coming years? For example, from your perspective, what trends are changing do you foresee for the future of IEEE Extreme? Are there any exciting initiatives or improvements being planned to enhance the competition experience for future participants?
Okay, so I've been part of IEEE Extreme team for a couple of years now, but even since the beginning, IEEE Extreme has been evolving, and that is all thanks to the IEEE Extreme volunteers working behind the scenes on improving things. So after each edition ends, there's like a big, huge like review of how the edition unfolded and how it can be improved the next year. So we send out surveys, we ask for feedback, we look into statistics, and then we put together a big strategy for the following year. So I mean, this year we've done quite a lot of number of improvements in terms of tasks, in terms of the infrastructure, in quite a lot of different aspects. One, two things that I could mention right now would be the pre-extreme and the global pre-extreme and the global master class. So the global pre-extreme is a mock-up competition that we hosted. It's it's meant to prepare students and the teams who registered for the main competition. So it's like a mini extreme. It lasted for 6 hours and it had 6 to 8 problem sets. And it was a super great opportunity for people to practice their skills. And the IEEE Extreme Masterclass happened yesterday, and the idea behind it is to also prepare students for the competition, but through connecting them with experts in problem solving and competitive programming, and these experts and speakers come in and solve past IEEE Extreme challenges and give tips and tricks for the teams and prepare them in general. So these are the two things that yeah.
Yeah, that's very good for future participants to know about this mockup and to know about there are a lot of experts that are here to help them to excel in this competition. So, final question. Lastly, what final advice would you give to students who are preparing for IEEE Extreme this year? Any words or encouragement or key takeaways they should keep in mind as they head into this competition?
Okay, I've talked previously about being committed to improving one's skill set in coding, in teamwork, and things like that, and being serious about competing. But one thing I would encourage people to do is to have fun along the way. Have fun during the preparation phase, but also have fun during the
Most important.
competition day. It's a super important thing because if you're not having fun with your teammates and with your student branch in general, then the journey might not be as easy. A lot of student branches and sections around the world, and especially in Region 8, they have quite a lot of team building activities prior to the competition start. So that brings together the IEEE members, and it's something that we noticed through the statistics that we receive is that quite a lot of university students, they join IEEE just because they want to participate in IEEE Extreme, but they find that the
Yeah,
environment is so fun and super great to be part of that they continue to be part of IEEE as students, and then once they graduate as YP members. And it's super great to see that this international competition has brought in so many inspiring students who are continuing to grow in their career and in their education alongside IEEE as well.
yeah, that's true. Thank you very much, Jihen, for sharing your valuable insights and personal experience with us today. It's clear that IEEE Extreme is not just about a competition, it's an incredible opportunity for students to challenge themselves, develop crucial skills, and grow both personally and professionally. Thank you so much, Jihen.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I hope to see everyone who's watching this podcast, and also perhaps the video recording later to register for the competition. And thank you very much for having me. Sorry for the technical issues with the internet.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
thank you very
It's
much.
okay. It's okay, thank you. So, to all our listeners, whether you are a first time participant or seasoned competitor, we hope you've gained some practical tips and inspiration for your journey. Remember, IEEE Extreme is as much about learning and collaboration as it is about pushing your technical limits. Stay ethical, stay focused, and most importantly, have fun. Good luck to all those preparing for this year's competition, and thank you again, Jihen, for being with us. We look forward to seeing what exciting achievements come out of this year's IEEE Extreme. Until next time, stay innovative and keep pushing boundaries of what's possible. Goodbye.
Goodbye.